There you go. We're running.
What do you want to know?
Right. Start at the beginning. So, I'm talking to June, right? And you were evacuated, right? Let's start when you were evacuated.
About October 1939.
In the first wave.
In the first wave. From All Saints School in the village.
Evacuated with the school. What do you remember of that?
Well, I remember...
The build-up and doing it. Right?
Yeah, I remember getting all the labels, you know, the label manual, and you could only take a certain amount of clothes, you know.
Yeah.
And then getting all ready in the classroom, ready to go.
Did you know, how far in advance did you know that would be the day you went on?
I can't remember, Andy, that. I can't remember that. But I remember standing in the classroom.
But how old were you?
9.
9. Did you?
Turn
Did
9.
You did know that you were going?
Oh,
it
yes.
Didn't come as a kind of.
Oh no. I knew. Yeah, we all knew we were going. You know.
So what happened that day when you went to school?
Went to school
with your stuff.
With my little case and gas mask
and label.
And they put the labels on you, you know.
At school, you put the labels on.
Yeah, in the classroom. It was down the Vale. We just had one classroom then, and I remember standing there, you know, with my sister and my brother and all the classroom, you know. Yeah, we were doing that. And then we went to Blackie Station.
Marched down the road.
All across the heath.
Yeah.
And getting on the train.
With how many teachers? Well, you'd be one class, wouldn't you? There'd be more than one. The whole school was going, was it?
The whole school? The whole school.
So
there wasn't many, because, I mean, there wasn't many classrooms then what it is now, you know.
So did your teacher go?
I remember going with Miss Harris.
She was your teacher, yes.
I remember going with her.
Yes.
And, because, you know, no one, it was destination unknown, like, you know. And we arrived at Bexhill.
Did your family see you off at all? Anybody there to say, you know, wave or cry? Or
yeah, I remember Mum and Dad, you know.
Where did they come? They came to the school?
They came to the station.
I came to the station.
Waved us off, you know, remember that. Then we arrived at Bexhill.
Were you fairly brave, or how were you doing?
Well, I suppose really in excitement.
You were excited?
You know, we didn't know when we were going and anything like that.
Were you used to trains?
No.
No,
not really.
No.
You know.
You've been on a train before?
I've been on a train, yes, because I used to go and see my gran at Waterloo, but I wasn't all that used to it, you know. And we arrived at Bexhill, and it was a road called Savile Road.
Savile Road.
And it was a big shop, and I can remember the teacher standing there, and all those children. And this lady that we were billeted with, she said she wanted 2 sisters. And my sister and I were together, and we went to her.
How old was your sister? Younger?
She was 10 and a half.
Right.
And, because you know how lost you are, you know. Anyway, we didn't know where we were going. But fortunately, we had a lovely billet. And, but someone once so fortunate as what we were.
Your one was a house, yeah?
It was a shop. We lived over the shop. Freeman Hardy and Willis Shoe Shop. In Devonshire Road.
And did the people work there?
He was the manager there.
Oh, he was the manager.
Yes, and we lived over the shop.
Did they have any children of their own?
One little boy, 6 months old.
Oh.
David, I can remember that, yeah. And she was very nice. Very, very nice. She used to give us food, you know, nice food, which we never tasted.
Like what?
Well, like these mincemeat balls. My mum never used to make anything like that. But
like meatballs?
Yeah, like mincemeat with all, like, in a ball.
Sweet or no?
No.
Actual mince. Yeah, like meatballs.
And we used to think they were lovely, my sister and I. Never had them. But I can remember those.
What did Freeman Hardy and Willis... I remember the shop.
Shoes.
They're shoes, aren't they?
Shoes.
Yeah, they're shoes.
Very old name of shoes, isn't it? We used to play in the shop, you know, at night.
Oh, really? Did they let you do that?
Yeah. He used to say, well, don't mark the shoes then, you know, but be very careful when you open the box and put your foot in, you know.
Pretending to be customers.
Pretending my sister was the
assistant.
Assistant, and I was the lady in the thing, you know. There used to be little wooden ladders to go up and get the shoes, and when it was tea time, there was like a whistle in the wall, and it used, you know, make a noise, and we used to go like that and say, yes. And she used to say, all right, you can pack away now because it's tea time.
That was your billet
That was
mother,
the lady
yeah.
upstairs. Yeah, I can remember that.
So you took it in turns to be customer
Yes.
and assistant?
Oh, yes,
did you?
definitely.
My turn to be the assistant now.
Beautiful shoes, you know, and put your, you know, it was so marvellous, you know. But I can remember that so plain.
And then you went to school there?
We went to school there, yes, and oh yeah, we was down there for a year, you see, so we went to school.
Were you taught by your own teacher?
I think, yes, I think we were. Yes, if I can remember rightly, it was still the same
Were
teacher.
you in the same class as your sister? No, you wouldn't have been.
As my sister?
Yeah. When at this school?
Yeah, I think I was, Andy, yeah, if I can remember rightly, because there wasn't much difference between our ages.
Did you go all day to school or only half day?
All day to school, yeah, all day.
And what, mixed with the
boys?
The local
Yeah,
the local people?
yeah, local people. You know, the Bexhill people.
Yeah. How did you get on with them, did they?
All right, they were quite nice, you know, and yes, they were quite nice people. But some wasn't so fortunate as us, you know.
But you weren't very far from London, really, were you?
No, no.
You must have been out to practice sea
But there's a lot of people that were stationed on the seafront, and there's a man in the shop last week, and he said he had to come home, you know, because the barbed wire started to be put up in the front, you know.
So you were there. If you were there for a year, you'd be there through when the fear of invasion was quite big. So that'd be a really stupid place to be, really.
Well, that's where we went, Andy.
Did he have any bombs or bombing there?
No.
None at all?
No, not at all. No. No. Because you know, the lady we was billeted with, she got, after a year, you know, they started to put all the barbed wire.
Yeah.
And she got very frightened being with the baby, you know. And she decided to go back to Kidderminster, her home. And my mother said, well, I have to bring them back to London.
So you came back?
I came back to London.
So, and then
you about 19... No, a lot of the school children did go away to Wales.
But you didn't?
But we didn't, no.
So you didn't get evacuated again?
No, no, but a lot of them did.
Was the Blitz over? The Blitz was over by then, by the time you came back. If you went in... No, it wouldn't have been. You would have come back. You would have come back to the Blitz.
Come back to all the Blitz, because we lived in the shelter. No, we lived in the shelter. Most of all their
So you were evacuated
5 years.
You evacuated through most of the safe part.
That's right. And we came back to the Blitz. We lived in our Anderson shelter, number 33 Weymouth Road.
Did you, when you were down in Bexhill, which is right on the sea, isn't it?
Right on the seafront.
Was that nice?
Oh, yes. It was lovely.
Could you go on the beach before they started barbed wiring everywhere?
Oh, yeah, we used to go, you know.
Go and see?
I mean, then Mum used to come down to visit us about once every few weeks on the Maidstone district coaches. I can remember that, and it used to stop on the front, you know, their stopping place. And if she wasn't on it, you know, we used to get so disappointed, you know. I mean, it was only little, you know. Yeah. But,
and what sort of things did you get up to? Playing in the shop, playing on the beach.
Playing in the shops, playing on the beach, yeah. She used to take me to the pictures down there, and that picture house is still there. Yeah, which I thought that was wonderful, you know, because to go to the pictures with her, you know, and yeah, and play with the baby, you know. And he used to have Bar, this little baby. I can remember. And she used to put his dummy in it, the Mrs. Page. And when she was out the room, I used to dip my fingers. I did. I can remember doing it. And I would say, oh, isn't it lovely, you know? Hoping she wasn't going to see me. Yeah. Thanks, you know. We had Christmas down there, you know.
Oh, what was that like?
Oh, it was very nice, you know. And Mum came down to see us, I can remember, you know.
So they looked after you nicely?
Very nicely, yes. She was very nice.
And were you generally, you and your sister, well behaved?
Oh, yes.
You weren't naughty?
I suppose sometimes we were, but no, on the whole, you know, she thought a lot of us, you know. Take us out and buy sweets for us, and, you know, very kind.
And did you ever have any contact with her after the...
No. Apparently he went in the Navy, the Royal Navy. And I think she wrote to my mother, and he got killed in the Royal Navy.
During the war?
During the war, yeah. Yeah. And I often wonder now, you know, because she'd be getting on now, but is she still alive?
So they must have been quite young then.
Oh yeah,
they got
she
a
was
young
about
baby
26, if I can remember rightly. She was, yeah.
That must have been sad for her.
Yeah.
Getting killed.
Very nice people though.
I suppose you got to like them as well. I mean,
Very much so, yes. And she was, I remember when we were saying goodbye, you know, and she cried, you know. I can remember that. Yeah.
They came from the Midlands, right?
That was our home. She was born in the Midlands.
Yeah.
Because they came down to Bexhill to live, you know.
So did she have a Midlands accent? Because I know that area pretty well.
Do you know, I think she did, Mrs. Page.
But not him.
Not him, because he was a Sussex man, you know, Bexhill man. So she might have met him and went to Bexhill to live, you know. But I can see her now, very dark, and head drawn back with glasses, you know. But very nice, you know.
Any other incidents? I would definitely use the shoe story because that's nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, do you know my sister remembers that?
What's
I sent her the thing, you know, of the evacuation.
Yeah.
And I put, that's you and that's me and that's John, my brother, you know. And she said, oh, how marvellous, she said. And she said, do you remember all the shoes? And she wrote to me and told me, and I thought, oh, do I remember that, you know.
I suppose every time we go to the shoe shop now.
I do. I think, oh, God, you know. But it's all oak panelling,
It's
you
a
know.
wonder you didn't become a shoe shop.
No.
Anything else you can remember? No. You know, interesting things or anything that you did or remember?
I really can't, Andy. No.
What was the shop like? Was it? I mean, it was old-fashioned, presumably.
It was all oak panelling, you know, and these little footstools, you know, all wooden, you know, wooden chairs, all polished, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it was lovely.
And did he have staff?
Yes, 2 staff, and they had a little staff room at the back, you know, and the staff used to give us
Male or female?
2 girls.
2 girls.
Yeah, and they used to wear green overalls. I can remember that.
With the
Freeman Harding Willis on there. Yeah. Oh God, I can see that now. Strange how you can go back.
So when you were doing it, because it's interesting, the shoe story. When you were doing it, did you actually play? I mean, I know that like how children play, but you actually pretended it was.
Pretended. What would you like, madam? And you know, oh, I'll have a high heel pair of black shoes. You know, up the little ladder used to go. You know, and all tissue paper used to be.
Yes.
Get the box. All the tissue paper, you know, used to. Oh, I can
If
see
only the
it.
customers had known that all your shoes have been tried.
I know. And there was all like strips of carpet down the shop and polished in between, you know. Yeah.
Very smart.
Very smart.
What did he wear when he was?
Old suit, yeah. And there was all brass outside, you know, not wooden, you know, or anything like that. It was all brass. And they used to clean all that, you know. Yes.
What did you call him?
Mr. Page.
Mr. Page.
Always Mr. Page. Mr. and Mrs. Page.
And you called her Mrs. Page, yeah?
Always. Her name was Margaret, but we never called her Margaret. We always Mr. and Mrs. Page.
And what was your sister's name? What's it?
Rema.
Rema?
Yes.
R-E-M-A?
R-E-M-A.
It's an unusual name,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And we had the top room on the left-hand side over the shop. And I've been back several times to... It's still there.
The shop's still there.
Shop's
Been
still
modernised, presumably.
Been modernised.
Is it still Freeman Hardy and Willis?
And I think this is a few about...
Yeah.
About 10 years ago I went back and it was still Freeman Hardy and Willis because it's... The front's all different now.
Yeah. Oh, did he go in?
No, I didn't. But you know I'm
Should have
going.
got it. Go in and after try a pair of shoes on.
Yeah, but that was lovely though, you know. It was really great.
Oh, we'll use that story.
Oh, good. Is that going in the book?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying to get that book.